Rock with me because I'm going a little bit on a rant right now. Now, unfortunately, I've had the displeasure of coming across a person who operates in a victim mentality outside of my profession. Now, I do work with people who are operating in a place of victimhood, and I actually work with people who are real victims. But sometimes you'll see a person operating in a victim mentality who have victimized themselves in spaces where they're actually at fault. There's two really overwhelming dimensions of the victim mentality. One of them is a need for recognition. You need your pain and suffering to be recognized. And the problem is that sometimes that shows up and manifests as a lack of empathy, and you become oblivious to the pain and suffering that you create for other people. You get to that place and then you start acting as though you're entitled to act selfishly and aggressively. Most times people who operate in the victim mentality really have not been victimized. They're the ones who've actually done the wrong. And so they play victim and they try to justify the reasoning as to why they did certain things, how their trauma or how their bad experiences are the reason why they decided to hurt someone and create suffering in another person's life. People who operate in the victim mentality, who are really not victimized, are the ones who don't know how to take accountability. If you ever meet somebody who operates in a victim mentality, you'll see that they really do not know how to maintain healthy relationships, interpersonal relationships. They can't keep friends, or people don't like to be around them, or their relationships are inauthentic and very superficial. And a lot of times you'll see the people in their circle, they pacify them because they're afraid of them. They're afraid of the reactions. They're afraid of the responses that they're going to get. So if you are a person who pacifies a person who's operating in a victim mentality, you are just as bad as a person who is operating in that victim mentality who has not been victimized. You don't allow them to get away and feel as though they are morally elite, as though their pain and suffering takes precedence over the pain and suffering that they create for other people. But I digress.